Happy Monday, everybody. Here I am. Oh, yes, some days it works and some days it doesn't. Anyway, glad to see you. Hope you had a great holiday weekend. I know we did. It was just fabulous. We enjoyed ourselves. We went out to dinner. We went over to a friend's house and played cards. We did a lot of resting, and I did a lot of work, and it's all good. It's all good. So happy Monday. 32 days left in this year. Oh my goodness, what's going on in the market? We have 28 days of inventory. That's not bad. Now, it's the average daily now has gone way down to 130. It was up to 146, but it went down because we had the holidays. So we'll see if it comes back or if it hangs in there. It's still going to be better than last November. And that's 130 sales a day. And the average price median, so they say, is 410. Across the country, they're saying it's 407,000. And on the news, I think it was Saturday morning, they were saying this market is not going to change. And they predict, we had Mark Kahn on Saturday, who is an excellent lender, and he follows the bond market and he follows the Federal Reserve, and he does that, it's because he's protecting his clients, whether they should lock their mortgage and so on. Good morning, Frank. Good morning. And we were talking about foreclosures, Frank, and I know you put a number up there of 37,000. I think that has to be in the United States because I checked here, and right now there's only 40 listed on the MLS. And there's a beautiful $900,000 home in foreclosure in Summerlin, if anybody's interested. And I think they have to have offers by today, though. But anyway, there's 40 foreclosures in our market right now. So I don't know where that figure you got came from, but I'd love to know. Just put it in the chat for me, or send me a text or a message. Thanks, Frank. Thank you for being such a consistent fan, too. I love it. We have 2,811 single-family homes. Let's see, we just listed 53 under 400,000. That's not bad. And I think that includes, I didn't change that. I think that includes the last one. So that's for 2 days. And then 686 of the 400 and under are active. 686 homes are 400 and under in available active status. That's a good thing. Man, the $1 million market is just holding steady. Not too much is changing in there. The investors we're still doing 45 homes a day, and we're doing a class today, by the way, and it's at 2:00. You still have time to sign up for it. It is for Zoom as well as in the classroom. Let's just look at it here. Yeah, 45 investors buy a home a day in Las Vegas. And Jimmy Dagg's great class. And you learn how to create an annual property operating data sheet for the investor. And that's called the APOD. Okay, that's called an APOD, the annual property operating data. And it teaches you, hi, Bill. Hi, good morning, Bill. Good morning. Good to see you. From Advantage Realty, yes. And our sweetheart Karen is still probably basking in that Florida sunshine. Anyway, it's today from Monday 2 to 5. You go to bee.vegas to sign up, and it's a great class. I mean, you learn from A to Z how to speak investor, what these different words mean. So when you're talking to an investor, oh, there's Karen, she's back. Oh, you're back. Well, that's fantastic. Hope you had a marvelous time. That's for sure. Thank you so much for your consistent fanship. I love it. You get 3 general credits for this class, and you get credits, but it's really, really a great class. It's a great class to take, even if you don't need the credits, because it teaches you how to speak investor, what's an ROI, what's a cap rate, what's a cash flow, and you can create the APOD for your investor, and that will be very impressive because then he knows these stats tell him whether or not he should buy this particular property. So, that's all good stuff for us. And then one more thing here is our calendar for December is up, and you can sign up at be.vegas next week. Next week, we have 3 classes, Jimmy. Oh my gosh, We have agency. We have be the CEO of your life. We have risk reduction. And then the following week, we have contracts. And then before Christmas, we have law. So lots of good classes in December. Hope you all will take advantage of them when you can Zoom. I don't know how long you'll be able to Zoom. And for all of you, you need 36 credits. So if you can stay at home and Zoom and get those credits now, because they could take it away. Hopefully they don't, but they could. This is the division. They have not given us a clue what they're going to do. So if you can take these classes now, I would do it. I would do it. All righty. So today we are going to do some things with Jeff Mays and Jeff is with Tom Ferry, and they were doing a series on listing strategies. And the last one we watched was the Commission Ectomy. And I think that was on the 18th or 19th of November. And if you watch that again, it's got some great things I'd never even heard of. So, and when you're my age, that's saying something, right? That's saying something. Okay, I'm going to do my sound check as we start the podcast. So here we go. Come on.
You with me?
Yep.
And can you imagine if you said, oh, by the way, and then
I
I have
take
children,
this,
and I got this, and my Rolls Royce, which he drove,
right.
and now you can never
And
use
here's
this
your-
dollar
here's your
again.
dollar back. Thanks a
And
lot.
thank you very much. Let's find some tape. All right.
Great analogy.
So you got another one? How else do we handle the commission objection? Because I think you gave me a lot to think about there, but I'm concerned. When an agent in the moment is talking,
watch this.
Hold on, man. When an agent is talking too much,
Right.
they're not influencing.
I got a win-win. Here's a
Give it to
win-win. We're only talking 0.5%, correct?
Yeah.
Let's just raise the price 0.5%.
Okay, I like that.
Okay,
I like that.
I'll get you more.
Yep.
That's a win-win.
Yeah.
You'll again have a
Yep.
full-time agent
Yep.
that you want to hire
Yep.
that has enough marketing dollar behind
Yep.
what I'm doing.
Yep.
And then we'll get this home sold.
You know what I see the savviest agents doing?
What are they doing?
So Jeff, you and Kate told me, I'm just making up this number, you guys wanted to net $480,000.
Right.
And at my current commission plan,
Right.
at this price, you're concerned that you're only going to net $450,000.
Right.
If I can net you more than 480, would you split it with me?
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
So all of a sudden,
give me an extra 30,000.
if I get you 481,
Right.
can I have one of the dollars and you take, I'll take 50 cents, you take the other 50
yeah,
cents.
Yeah, if you could get me above that number, 450, absolutely.
So then I'm going to recommend we lower the price and create the feeding
urgency.
frenzy
Right.
like I mentioned.
Okay.
It's going to be more work on me,
Right.
and it's going to be a little more time on you because I'm going to have to go through 5, 8, 10, 30 offers. But
So what will
I'm
you
willing
charge if I'm at 450?
at 450.
Yeah.
I'd be willing to go to 4.95%. I'd
So
give you a full
graduated
0.5
So
off.
graduated commission based on what you
Right.
So
but
you got to earn.
but everything above 4,
Okay, I'm
everything,
all for that.
everything above 480,
as a
we
seller,
should split.
I'm all for that. I'm
Right
all
now,
for
by the way, notice I did not go what most people do, 5
Right.
to 4.5.
Right. Right.
I'd be willing to go from 5
Right.
to 4.950
Right.
or 95.
Yeah.
Right. I'm giving you a full
Yeah.
0.5 off
Yeah.
of 1.
Okay. I'll
You
do
with
it.
me?
Yeah.
Like I just think that people
Break it
just
down. Sometimes
so
people
think
just
about-
ask. They're just throwing that. They're just throwing that question out there to
and
see if you'll
some
how
people
you'll
it's-
handle it.
Some people it's cultural.
Right.
It's cultural.
Right.
Their culture is they negotiate on everything.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I just think the more somebody can ammo up, you and I both know you got to have 3, 4, 5 things that you can go to.
Right.
And at the end of the day, this is what I tell people. And they're like, but they just kept haggling me and haggling me and haggling me. I'm like, okay, well, don't go 5
Right.
to 4.5.
Right.
And don't go 5 to 4
Right.
without a concession on their end.
Right.
Right. We're negotiating.
Right.
I'm here to be empowered. So you want me
Right.
to take a full 1% off and you want to list your property 5% higher than what they're selling for. I'd be willing to take that 1% off
Right.
if you would be willing
Right.
to go back down and actually price it at fair market value.
Love it.
That way the $20,000 or $10,000 or $30,000 I spend on marketing, I have more insurance
Right.
that the property's going to sell. I don't want to be the second agent. I want to be the only agent.
You got me thinking about, the great Jackie Othon in Toronto.
Right.
She's got 3 plans, the silver, gold, platinum package.
There you go.
Hey guys, this is key.
There you
people,
go.
Again, you mentioned earlier, people want choices.
And she laminates them.
Right.
Remember that?
Right. She's got one listing presentation for the whole year. She laminates them, but she goes through and she says her silver package is the basics. I'm going to put it in the MLS. I'm going to put a sign out there. Whatever she charges. Then she's got the gold package, which is pretty much what she does. Yeah. And then the platinum package, she does everything, which she normally does. Yeah. And she doesn't even have a commission cost on that.
Right.
What she found is nobody ever wants, when it comes to choices, they don't want the bottom.
No.
They want the platinum at the
gold price for the gold price. 100%.
She gets 98% of her listings at the commission she wants.
Right.
But people want to feel like they got a deal.
Big shout out to Jackie. How long have you been coaching her now?
I don't coach her.
Oh, okay.
I've interviewed her, and she's been on stage with me 3 or 4
she's
times.
bonkers, right?
It's awesome.
And stunning at every time. Do you remember in Brooklyn, we did, I think it was a blueprint event back in like 2018, and she stood up at the elite box. Mastermind, and everybody's jaws were like, can I have that entire listing presentation? We got to get Jackie on the podcast.
Seriously.
It's super fun.
Yeah, I love her listing presentation for one reason. There's no words on it. Hey, guys, we're doing old school 1980s stuff when it comes to listing presentation. Right. You're giving people all this verbiage. It's all, she's just got Facebook, Instagram. Yep. She's just got pictures, staging, no words.
Bad photo, good photo.
Right, no
Everybody
words.
Understands it.
Right. You got to realize you're doing a listing presentation that makes people like, well, I need to download this. I need to watch this or read it.
Do I need to read all this information?
Right.
Yeah.
So I thought that's pretty strong.
Seth Godin does a 1-hour talk, has 100 slides, not a single word on it.
I love that.
Did you? Oh, how about
dude? Nazar's
talk at
we
Team
had the
Plus.
Same thought. I was like, that was badass. That was
really
like
good.
one of the
people have
best.
no idea what we're talking about. Big shout out to Nazar. All my Team Plus clients
we had
were
the
like
same look. I was like, that. All he did was pictures and just phrases, pictures and phrases. That's how people communicate. That's the world we're living in.
You know me as this. Farm, as a farmer.
This is where,
but what I really do is this.
Right. That was good.
He actually told me he saw a TED Talk and he R&D'd that, which was brilliant. Okay, so let's recap.
Yep.
Greatest sales meeting ever.
I hope this. Oh, we haven't gotten to 100% conversion yet.
I'm coming to it, but we did interest rates. We did first time buyer. We did pricing and price reductions. We did a little commissionectomy. We did the close, right? So how do you close? By the way, so when we have this on YouTube, it needs to be time stamped for every one of these so they can just go right.
I coach Carolyn Young, as many of y'all know. And hey, by the way, November 3rd, we are doing an expired role play, her and I.
Inside of a loom?
It's in a loom. I don't know if it's in a loom. It's posted on the TF Elite on Facebook. I'll send you the link. But the idea is for half an hour, we're going to go through.
But it's for coaching clients.
It's for coaching clients. Yeah. But anyways, she is obviously now part of Zillow Flex. And what she's realized is that she has 100% conversion ratio on the calls that comes in. Yeah. And how does she do that? Number one, guys, I think we got to back up and give people context. So this woman went to an event 5 years ago-ish. Right.
She, for 15 straight years,
plateaued,
$400 to $1,000, $450 every year.
Break through.
Which, by the way, I mean, my hat's off to anybody that can do that for like a decade and a half.
They would be totally happy with it.
Right. But she's very competitive, and she's in a competitive environment. So 5-6 years ago-ish, maybe 5. I think it's really only 5. Right. She goes to a sales edge, and she's watching on stage Tom Toole. Right. And she's like, wait a minute, because listen to what she said to herself. When I interviewed her, I said, why were you there? Right. Why was a buy referral only agent sitting at a Tom Ferry, learn what to say to buyers and sellers and handle objections role playing? And she said, I went there because it was the only event that was close to me. So it was convenient. She said, and I knew about your reputation. Right. She said, so I went there and said, I'm going to find one thing that can help me double my business at zero cost. Right. How smart is that, by the way?
Right. No cost.
I'm going to this 3-day event.
With this one idea.
I'm going with only this focus, lasering in. Is this the thing? Is this the thing? And she said, with that big bubbly personality version, right? She's like, and I watched Tom Toole. He's calling expireds. And he said, anybody can learn what to say. Right. But no one will really just go out and make the phone calls unless know what to say. Something along those lines. She goes,
Right.
I know what to say. I've got empathy. I care for people, and I know how to sell houses. You got her as a client.
Yeah.
She's 10x her income.
She went from 400 to 1.8 to 2.1 to 3.2. She's on track to make 4 this year. So she's gone from
10xing your income in 4 years. Your top line revenue, right?
Tom,
GCI.
I'll never forget.
So I wanted people to have context before, because when you hear, oh, and by the way, she got the Zillow Flex account, and she's converting at 100%. That was from 10
years of working with Zillow also.
Right. So I just wanted to give people context because otherwise they're like, well, she must have just been a genius. No, she is a genius.
Right.
Carolyn is the kind of person that says, I can learn anything, and then I have the confidence and I can go apply it. That to me is her secret sauce.
Tom, I can remember 4 years ago, our first coaching call, I just challenged her. I said, all right, we want to focus on expireds. I want you to talk to 25 expireds this week. Don't worry about what you say. Just start there. She comes back and she's like, she's an overachiever. She's like, I talked to 30. And then we broke down the conversation every week.
Say?
What did they say?
What were their questions?
What did you
were
say?
Their objections?
What was back and forth? So we did that. And then her business skyrocketed from expired. She added that income stream.
She knew that there was only 3 problems that they had. Right. Like, we're going to list with the same agent. Right. Like all you agents are the same. Everybody's bugging me. It's like the same. She's like, once she knew what to say, and she killed it. Okay.
So now she's got a team. Now we're up to speed. She's got a team, and they've got 100% conversion ratio. And this doesn't matter whether it's Zillow or an online lead or whatever. It's just converting leads to an appointment.
Right.
So one thing that she realizes is we're overqualifying these buyers too much. We're like, here's what's funny, Tom, is like the first question that most agents ask is,
I'm bugging you right now because my phone just blew up, and it's Christy Reese. Right. So Christy is the #1 agent in the state of Colorado, #1 on the Real Trends list. Right. She controls the East, and Treasure Davis controls the West. Right. 2 of our clients, they're number one in their respective, and I don't know who's not. I think Christy might be #1 in the entire state. Right. But I can't say that on a podcast. All right. Cool. Sorry. What were we doing?
So we're overqualifying.
Did I just actually look at my phone in the middle of a podcast?
Right.
Abby something.
Right, exactly. Where did it go? So what has happened? What is the average agent?
Inbound lead comes in.
What is the average agent? Well, the average agent does this. Are you working with an agent?
Are you working with an agent? Have you been properly qualified by a lender?
Like, okay, we got some kind of bullshit meter that we can test when people lie. Okay, so don't overqualify them.
It's like, wait a minute. So it's almost like I'm walking to the Tesla dealership and somebody walks up and says, are you currently looking at other cars? Have you been qualified to buy this Tesla?
Yes.
Dude, I just walked in the dealership. I just want to look at
the
car.
They don't even know. Look, we got to recognize they don't even know you. They're not going to give you this information. So what is hey, Tom, you called.
It's the end of the LP Mama script.
Exactly. Hey, Tom, it really is. Hey, Tom, you called about 123 Banana Street. I can show you this house today at 4 o'clock, or is noon better? What works for you?
Let's look at it at 4.
Why would I want to set an appointment within like 12 hours?
But okay, let's go beyond. This is not just, Carolyn said this when she spoke at team. She said, hey, this isn't just a Zillow lead. This is a Zillow lead, a Google lead, a referral, a sign call. Hey, I just saw you on this site. I'm calling you. We want to look at 1234 Banana Street. And her whole thing is go. Now, what does the single agent do that doesn't have a team?
Set the appointment. I've always felt like,
you know what I mean? Like maybe they don't have the time. Maybe they're not, like where Carolyn could say, okay, Brian, you got this one. Ian, you got this one. Jeff, you go on this one.
Watch this. Whoa. This is what I think. Everybody, let this sink in, guys. Everybody is worth 30 minutes of your time. You're not that busy.
I love that.
Okay, guys.
I just want to.
She's going on 12 appointments a week. Okay, we've got time. So let's quit overqualifying these people. They're going to be more normal when we're face to face. Realize I don't have small little horns. And know what I'm talking about.
Being a friend, being a pal,
listening
being an educator.
Where'd you grow up? Where you work? Those kind of things. But so don't overqualify them. And then, hey, there's 1 or 2 houses that are nearby.
Don't overqualify them up front. Give them what they want. They want to go see
an
1234 Banana.
They want to look at the house.
But while you're there, what are you doing?
Then you're going to, what are you looking for? How long have you been looking? Where do you live? Do you have to sell your house? Then you're going to do the LP Mama. And so people, like, it's so hard to even get people on the phone. If you're still doing all these questions, you're ruling people out. And it's not working. So what I'm going to do is then Give them an appointment and then offer alternatives. There's one or two other houses nearby. Tom, do you want to take a look at them when we get together? And you got an extra 15 or 20 minutes to take a look at another property.
Yeah, of course.
What am I doing right there? I'm adding service. I'm adding
getting
value. Right.
And if you say, hey, Ian in my office has an off-market property.
Right.
Would you be interested in seeing something off-market?
What are you talking about? Tell me more.
Everybody wants to see the off-market property.
Then you've got them.
Yeah.
So again, everybody is worth 30 minutes of your time. They're going to be a whole lot more normal face-to-face. Set the appointment, offer alternatives, and then turn them into a client is really what she's doing.
Yeah.
And watch this. If you
and her conversion is skyrocketing because of this.
It's a change in approach. 100% conversion and 13% close rate of deals.
Yeah. She's leading the nation right now for Zillow, highest conversion amongst all these. I mean, there's 1,000 teams
and
that
so
are now have these accounts.
What does she learn? Go on a. You've always said the highest indicator of your success is the amount of appointments you go on. We need to go on more appointments. Quit ruling these people out.
Right. And give people 15 minutes at a house.
Right.
And if they're there for 45, it means they're interested.
Right. That's it. So turn them into a client at the end of the day is what I'm seeing. That's how you get that kind of 100% conversion ratio.
Love it. All right, man. This has been a very effective sales meeting. What should I do coming off this podcast?
Get on the phone, talk to any leads that have come in this year, and let them know about interest rate. Create some urgency. Hey guys, also we're close to Thanksgiving. We got 30 days to Thanksgiving, and you know what happens after Thanksgiving. The amount of business drops off. We got 30 days to push hard, to really push starting next year right now. Hey guys,
and if you're Canadian, your Thanksgiving's already over, so just get to work. Right, just saying. You
know, Tom, I think that real estate is super easy. The hard thing to do is just the consistent things over and over again. Guys, we got to have more fun. We got to be more real. Be yourself.
Yeah.
You know, we're not selling insurance. I mean, what kind of podcast would this be if we're talking about insurance?
Right.
Real estate is fun.
Right.
Make it fun, guys.
Looking at houses is fun.
Right.
Marketing is fun. Negotiations is fun
Right.
when you know what to say.
Right.
When you by the way, we're interviewing Chris Voss coming up, right?
Oh, nice.
I just saw that.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have I might have to have you come in and be a part of that. I need to think of I'm gonna bring Carolyn in.
Yeah, that'd be awesome too.
I want to get a couple other, perspectives. Imagine we'll do like a 90-minute role play again with Chris Voss. So be on the lookout for that one. The last one I did with him has like 200,000 views. It was bonkers, right? Bonkers, because Chris is just master, right? So if you don't know who Chris Voss is, you should be following Chris Voss. Google it. All right, so I should make my phone calls. I should call every old lead. Right. I should probably
tell the sellers that, hey, we know when interest rates go up, values go down. I don't think they're going to all change in 1 minute, but it's time to have that discussion and load the pipeline for next year.
Right. And I would also be thinking about the yes set close at the end of your listing presentation. Right. If you're doing too much of the, okay, I'll call you guys in a couple of days after you take the time to think about it. Right.
It's like a 70% chance you're not going to get that listing if you walk out of there. Carolyn says she feels like she's got a spike in her leg and she will not get up until she has at least 5 no's.
Yeah.
What do you do when you hear a no? Okay, call me later. Don't give up.
Hey, do you like ice cream?
You know?
Do you like ice cream?
Right, exactly. Let me
Let's go for ice cream, right?
Yeah.
All right. So this has been super fun. I can't wait to see the comments. I mean, it's no doubt, buddy, 31 years of being in this business, doing all the things you've done. You know how much I appreciate you.
We're wise now, man. We're wise.
Well, you got gray hair.
Yeah, I know. I'm starting.
I looked at a photo of me yesterday that somebody took. Man, I got like tons of gray hair.
Yeah.
I want to be Steve Martin. That's like actually... You want to get a pair of cat handcuffs, and I got to get them quick. What are we doing with all these old lines right now?
He showed, it was a picture of him like 30 years ago, and he looked exactly like he does right now.
Yeah, that's my goal.
He was like,
I'm going to actually dye my hair.
He looked 70 at 40. So,
yes. All right.
This has been fun.
This is what happens when the two of you, the two of you, as in me and you. I'm not sure if that's the two of you.
Right. Remember when Steve Martin was like, and I would personally like to thank each and every one of you here today.
Thank
you. So we want to thank you for everybody being here today.
Yeah, appreciate you guys. Give us some comments, and it's going to be fun to see. Well, of course, I gave away the punchline on Abby something. But one of you is going to get a free coaching session. That'll be fun. All right. Thank you guys so much. And Katie's buying a house, and so is Brian.
There we go.
All right. See you guys soon.
Bye.
Hello there. So gosh, I took notes. There were so many neat things to take away, so many takeaways. I like the, if you have a $500,000 listing that you're trying to get, and they're trying to beat you down a little bit on that commission, like 0.5%, just tell them we'll go up the price 0.5%. 0.5% is $2,500. Let's put the house on the market for $505,000. Now I'll just split the difference with you. Something like that. I mean, you have to be compelling with your with why you get that commission. This goes to the broker. This goes, to my marketing. This goes to my assistant. This goes to my kids' college fund, and make it fun though. Make it fun. So anyway, Frank is talking about his foreclosures here, and then we'll get back to he's saying he took the pictures, and the homeowners weren't real happy. Yeah, because they know why, because they know they're in default. Yeah, but anyway, so I love that one about just dissecting your commission. I mean, what a wonderful thing. And then I love the laminated listing presentation, and it's like she's got one, right, and it's laminated. Now I would think I do. I don't know. And of course I don't do it. I do it for John. I don't sell real estate or buy it or list it, but I talk in the first person sometimes, and I think that's not me. I'm doing it for my baby. So I always like the first page to say presented to Mr. and Mrs. Seller from, the All Brand team. And that makes it personal to them. And in I always have a letter in there for John, and it says, dear Mr. and Mrs. Seller, and thank you. It's like a thank you letter in advance. So anyway, little things that I do that I wouldn't necessarily be able to laminate, but as far as the presentation, and we call it a marketing presentation. We don't call it a listing presentation anymore. We call it a marketing presentation. So that's the most important thing that you do. You market and you negotiate. Anybody can do the 3 Ps. You put it in the MLS, you put a sign up, and you pray, right? No, that's not doing your job. Anyway, they talked about no words on the pictures. I love that. Like you have a picture of a farmer, and then you can tell them, I'm really a farmer. I'm sowing seeds all the time. I'm planting seeds all the time so that it grows into presentations like this. You can use these fun pictures and then make a comment about it and move on. People remember those things. It's like videos. People remember more of what they see in the video than what they read in a book. It's true. And then they talked about Seth Godin, who I love. Seth is so prolific, and he does 1 hour presentation. I don't know if that one's on TED Talks, but I did say it's one. I think it was when he was in Norway, and he was talking to the business, maybe the Better Business Bureau or some similar company there, and he had 100 slides and no words. He was just drawing the people's attention to something, and then when he was talking about it, he finds that people remember more of what he says when they see a picture about what he's saying. So I like that a lot. And sound bites. Sound bites are phenomenal. They talked a little bit about Zillow, and there was a big article in Inman the other day about Zillow. And now they're not doing it doesn't matter how many reviews you have. It doesn't matter what your production is. They're doing a round robin, picking agents that are paying them and just going, okay, here's one for Sally, here's one for Ruth, here's one for Frank, here's one for Bill, here's one for Karen. So they're not basing it on any algorithm anymore like they used to. Not a lot of happy people, a lot of people pulling out of Zillow, a lot of people complaining why are agents even supporting Zillow, so on and so forth. So, and like Frank was saying in the comments, Zillow is out there buying all those defaults. So, yeah, not George. Not GKP, George Caprio's properties, but Zillow themselves. So I'm not sure what they're doing. I'm sure we'll find out soon enough. Their stock has tanked. I know that. And then I love the part where Jeff Mays says, you've got 30 minutes. You can make those phone calls. You can get on that phone and you can leave a voicemail that's compelling. And I think you should all do a short video and say, do you live in the Paseos? Let me tell you that we realtors sold 100 properties there in the past month, and the average sales price was this, and the price per square foot was this. If you have a pool, it might be this. And if you would like me to tell you what your home is worth, text me yes. And that works, you know, and then copy paste text. That's what Tom Ferry says, copy paste text, and it works. So, you know, you're giving, and how long does that take? And you can do that. And if you use Vulcan 7 or some of these been verified, there's some different sites out there where you can actually get people's phone numbers and or message them on Facebook with a video, though. Do it with a video. I got a video from Pinky. Pinky Knows Naples sent me a video over the weekend about something that she's doing fun, but it's also to generate money for the Children's Hospital in Naples, because in honor of her son Sawyer, who died several years ago. And it's really cool. And I paid attention because she did it up well. You know, she has a Christmas tree behind her, and she has her pink stuff on, Pinky. And, you know, she's branding herself all over the country. And y'all need to be you got 30 days in December to do 30 videos every day on a private YouTube channel. So you get your act together and get your gear ready, and then just go do it. Just do it. And I think Tom Ferry's message, he does a 3 to 4 minute message on Mondays to motivate people. He's trying to get into that motivation business, because his podcasts are like my shows. You know, my shows are generally run 20, 30 minutes, and I'm already over today by a few minutes, but his shows are pretty long, but they're pretty interesting. And I just cut them up and we watch them. And I told you, I did go to the Blueprint webinar online, and I have got like 6 hours of things to get into for December, and we're going to get into video really heavy. And Courtney, Tom Ferry's social media gal, is going to do a little talk, and I'm going to show you that because it was really good. And she's going to talk about Reels and how you should use Reels. Anyway, lots of good things coming up. Tomorrow is our 25th anniversary, and I will do tomorrow's show, which is the 30th. I may not do December 1st show. We'll see. We'll see. But I will be back on the 2nd for sure. So I'll do tomorrow. I might not do the 1st, but I'll definitely be there the rest of the month. Okay, y'all. I love you. Have a great day.